Hello, happy people. This is Atirakshit Bhatt once again here, your happiness coach for working professionals. I help working professionals get the magic of happiness in their working and personal lives. Let's continue with the series of getting happiness in your lives. Today, we are going to talk about another important topic, right? In fact, two of them mixed together. Now let's look at this. What does a normal person typically do when he or she commits a mistake? When he or she will commit a mistake, they would typically regret, be sadful, be sorrow, would want to change it, would not want to repeat that mistake, right? Some people would just go ahead, shed a few tears and then move on with their life. There is other category of people who will, regret, shed a tear maybe, and get some learnings from whatever they have done and then move on. And then there is the majority of the people who do all this, but as they progress in their lives, as they move on, they would periodically keep coming back to this major mistake that they did, and have regret for having done that, shed a tear, and they keep on doing this intermittently. Not basically realizing that every time they come into the past, think about this mistake, not only are they spoiling their mood, destroying their happiness, but also wasting the time that they have with them in the present, right? Now let's look towards the future. There are many people who will plan a number of things for their future, which is a very good thing to do. But then, once they plan something for the future, they would start worrying about it. They would say, what if this happened? What if that happened? What if this does not materialize? What if this particular thing breaks down? What if somebody robs me? Etc. etc. Right? They'll come up with a lot of what if scenarios. And basically end up doing the same mistake that a person who keeps on visiting his past does. Focus entirely on the future, live in the future, and kind of forget their entire present. What we need to understand is the entire joy and happiness that you will get in your life, the actual progress that you will do in your life, will all happen now, in this particular moment. If you spend the now, the present, this particular moment, either regretting what you did in the past or worrying about what might happen in the future, you are basically giving away the only present. And it's named perfectly, right? It's called the present because it's actually a present to you, right? You end up screwing your present just because of the past or the future. We should not be doing this, right? One of the main causes for depression is known to be that you go back in the past and keep on regretting what you did over there, feel sorry, feel sad, withdraw from people, and kind of end up in depression, right? So if you are not going back to the past again and again and regretting, I'm not saying if you commit a big mistake, you just forget about it, you learn from it and you move on. Or if you keep on going to the future and keep worrying about it, you are not going to end up anywhere in your life. The only thing that you will get in return is sadness, depression, and other such things. So what is it that we should do, Atirakshit? See, two simple things you have to keep in mind. One, live in the present. Learn from your past, plan for the future, but live in your present. At least 80% of your time should be spent in the now, in the present, in the current. This is the first thing that you need to do. The second thing that you need to take care of is forget about things that are not in your circle of influence, right? What I mean by circle of influence is things that you can impact by doing certain things, and then there are things that you cannot impact. The things that you can impact by doing certain things fall in your circle of influence, and the things that you cannot impact by doing anything falls outside your circle of influence. So focus on things that are in your circle of influence because they will give you tangible actions to be done, and as you complete these actions, your level of happiness will keep on increasing. If you focus on things that are not in your control, you will just end up worrying and thinking about the future and what will happen, and I cannot control this, I cannot control that, and your entire present will go worrying about it. So do not do that. Just whenever you start going back in the past or in the future, just ask yourself one thing: can I change this? Can I impact this? Can I do something about this? If the answer to these questions is no, then simply stop worrying. Then it may have happened in the past, or you may foresee it happening in the future, right? If it's in the future, you may have a mitigation plan as to how to mitigate it, but stop worrying about it. If it's not in your control, there is nothing you can do. So why worry? Enjoy your present moment. Don't destroy your present for whatever has happened in the past or what you cannot control in the future. So, summarizing the 2 points, stay in the present and ensure you do not worry about things that are not in your circle of control. Do these 2 things and you will see happiness coming back in your lives. It would be great to hear from you in forms of comments, suggestions. You can reach out to me one-to-one and let me know how has these series been impacting your life. And as always, keep smiling, stay happy. Atirakshit signing off.